As humans, we like to feel wanted and needed. This can give us a boost of confidence and make us feel more accomplished and even worthy. This makes us feel like we have to rely on various factors to feel good about ourselves. Why is this? Why strain ourselves only to be let down along the way? Why do we find our worth in earthly things that never last? Some of us find our worth in work, friend groups, money, and much more. But we must learn to find our worth in the one thing that will never perish. But what is that? As a soon-to-be graduate, I find myself putting my worth into many things. This could be my grades, what others think of me, how much I am involved in, or my accomplishments in track and field. I'm not going to lie, feeling wanted is a good feeling. Feeling like people are proud of me is a good feeling. Accomplishing goals that I've had since 7th grade is a good feeling, but those feelings won't last forever. 10 years from now, my goals will be different. The same people won't be here to tell me they're proud, and I'll have different things happening in my life. But one thing will never change no matter how many factors do. That thing is called worth. Why does this thing called worth remain the same? Why doesn't it fluctuate based on how successful you are throughout life? Some people will deem you worthy or unworthy of a job title, or base your worth on how much money you make. All these things have one common factor: they don't last forever. Jobs won't last forever, the workforce is constantly changing, and money can be gone in an instant. If all these things have an end, then what doesn't have an end? What will be here long after we're gone? The answer to this question is a name, of some of which you may recognize. His name is Jesus. When you hear this name, what comes to your mind? How everyone loved him and deemed him worthy of it all? How this determined his worth for all of eternity? This may surprise you, but this is far from being correct. He was not loved by all. He was actually hated and despised by many. But did this determine his worth? Absolutely not. How is this the case? People don't determine your worth. My worth isn't defined by who likes me. My worth isn't defined by my accomplishments throughout high school. My worth isn't defined by how many college coaches connect with me. My worth isn't defined by scholarship money. And my worth isn't defined by how successful I am in the years to come. My worth is defined in He who created me and He who remains seated on the throne today. But it's not only my worth that is found in Him, it's yours too. Your job position, is that what you put your worth in? How much money you make? What people on Facebook or Instagram think of you? How is this working for you? Do you feel like you matter to these things or people? You may right now, but I can promise you it won't last. Jobs will fail you, money will fail you, even people. But God never will. Psalms 145:13 tells us He is trustworthy in all of His promises and faithful in everything He does. God sees a worth in you that you may not see right now or in the future, but what He sees in us will never change. He tells us in many instances why this is the case. One being found in Matthew 10:31. So don't be afraid, you are worth more than many sparrows. This verse emphasizes our great value to God and how He holds such a unique place in His creation. How many of you know what a pinky promise is?
Yes.
1, 2, awesome. Those are the most sacred promises and are to be taken very, very seriously. How many of you, and be honest, have ever broken a pinky promise? We all have, even if we didn't mean to. But God has made a pinky promise to never leave us, to plan our lives solely to prosper us and not to harm us, to bring us hope and a future. And I can pinky promise you that God will hold to His end of the promise. So when you're going through life and feeling like you don't matter as much as another person, remember this is far from true. We all matter to God, and our worth will always be found in Him. He only asks of us one thing: to trust Him. This is definitely easier said than done. I tend to want to write my own story the way I want to and the way that I think is best. I would want to know what will happen and the next steps I'm supposed to take. You may be the same way. But we must remember that He already has a plan for us, and it's way better than we could ever dream of doing. We all have a story. We may be in different chapters of life, and God may be writing different things in each, but they all have one common factor: our worth. We are His creation, His children, His favorite thing of all. You are purposely made in His image. You are chosen. You are loved and supported by Him, and you will never find yourself forsaken by Him. We may be let down, hurt, or broken by others, but God will pick us up, heal us, and hold us together. This will never fail. This will remain. So no matter what, remember your worth. It may be our story, but it's for His glory.